bring in our next guest now, Congressman Tim Burchett of Tennessee. He's on the House Oversight and Accountability Committee, also the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committees and House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, great to have you in. Thanks for being with me today.
Thank you for having me, ma'am.
Well, we were watching last night live the State of the Union, and you and the president had some looked like quality FaceTime. We were wondering off camera here behind off mic too what the two of you were talking about. So do tell, spill the goods. What did you say to him and what did he say to you?
We were talking about Corvettes. That lady right there, last time she got really aggravated with me because I spoke to the president, and we talked about Corvettes, chocolate chip ice cream, my wife. And then he came back the second time and started talking to me about the new Corvettes and how fast they went. But they were electric, and I told him I wasn't a fan. So that was about it.
He loves the Corvette, the one in the garage that Hunter also likes as well with the documents. And we know he loves ice cream. All right. Yep. Well, was it intelligent conversation? Could you understand what he was saying? Obviously, the big lead up to this was about how energetic he was, and you got him right at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave that up to the medical professionals, but no, ma'am, I don't think he's with it. I think his cognizant level is declining. He does things, and mannerisms are such that are they remind me of my father. In a veterans nursing home. Daddy was a war hero, and he'd had some massive strokes, but some of the mental issues there, I think, are they're evident to everybody. Nobody's hiding it. Nobody, only if you talk to Democrats one-on-one, they'll tell you what they think. You talk to medical professionals, they know what they think. But, I mean, it's just, but his politics are still hardcore. Like with Israel.
Let's get into that. Let's get into that because, and I hear you're sighing because the world is in such a perilous place. The hot mic moment after the State of the Union, he said that he and Netanyahu would have a come to Jesus moment. Here we are, the first night of Ramadan, where Hamas has already been on the record saying they will escalate during the holy month. Netanyahu, the IDF, they've dropped leaflets. They've tried to, put in humanitarian aid when they can without making sure weapons are getting in.
Yes, ma'am.
President Biden seems to be reversing everything on our biggest ally.
Well, they are. It's talking out of both sides of his mouth. He's funding both sides of this war by relieving Iran of any sanctions on their oil, billion-dollar profits. Gaza, of course, is controlled by Hamas, a group that the people in Gaza voted in power, and their leadership is over in Qatar, or whatever you want to call it. They're all billionaires. And of course the timing is everything. You got a presidential election coming up, and Michigan, where the highest Muslim population possibly out of the Middle East lives, and he needs their support. The 100,000 people who voted, but voted for none of the above. He knows he's got to pick those up. And what he'll do is sacrifice the people of Israel, our oldest ally in the Middle East.
I want to get your take on our wide open border, because there's a report today in Italy, terrorist plot suspicion. 3 Palestinians are arrested, terror cell there. They were going to go after civilians, innocents, infrastructure. Comes on the heels of what we saw overseas in Germany. Another cell was interrupted. We don't hear about cells being arrested here. We hear about more judges and more leniency for people who want to seek asylum here.
Yes, ma'am, and that's they're just a bunch of anarchists, really. The folks that are running this government. Everybody keeps saying it's a swamp. Man, it's an open sewer. It's not a swamp. The president has given a green light to these groups, and we know they're coming in. And now he's apparently. He's in discussions he's going to bring in folks from Gaza eventually, I believe, into our country. And these are people that people in the Middle East don't want. The Egyptians don't want them. And the Saudis, I don't believe, want them. So now you're going to bring those people into our country as well. It's a green light for terrorists coming into our country. When you have over 50 countries, and many of those are sworn enemies to our great nation, yet this bunch of anarchists just continues down this path, and they keep saying we voted down this great proposal.